Welcome to Star Sign Horoscopes, presented by Astrology Hub. This is your place to discover how each zodiac sign can work with this week's astrology. I am your host, Jamie Magee, an astrologer, author, and a member of the production team here at Astrology Hub, and I am really excited to dive into this week's astrology with you. Hey guys, welcome to Star Sign Horoscopes. I am your astrologer, Jamie Magee, and today we're going to be taking a look at the astrology for May 20th through the 26th. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic week out there. And if you are watching this on social media, I would love to know how last week went for you. How did you work with that eclipse energy? This week is going to have a lot of that same energy where you're going to be working with those stories, anything that was triggered or unfolding for you. But at the same time, this week has its own signature. And this signature is going to be ushering in some new energy and new ways to work with what's going on. But at the same time, it may be asking you to also revise, go back and wrap up old stories so you can really step forward. All right, let's talk about why. So first off, we have the sun moving into Gemini. So happy birthday to every Gemini out there. I look forward to sharing with everyone how you can work with this energy because the sun's going to be highlighting a part of your life as it moves through Gemini. We also have Mars moving into his rulership of Aries. Now, he hasn't been there for a very long time, like the end of 2020. So I'm excited to share with you guys how you can work with this drive, this courage, and this determination and this sense of adventure where Mars is in your chart right now. Mercury is going to also slide back into Taurus and highlight some revisions, part of his retrograde. And so I think with this energy, sometimes when we have revisions to do and we don't know how to do them, that could be really overwhelming and frustrating, even aggravating overall. But when we're inspired and excited, we have this epiphany. We cannot wait to get back and start doing those revisions because we know how much it's going to amplify and uplift whatever we are doing or working on, no matter how personal or professional it could be. So I do think when the sun meets up with Mercury, we are going to get that epiphany. You're going to get those great ideas. So definitely look for that as we move into this weekend. Now, overall this week, Mars, Mercury, Venus, they all reach out to Pluto and have a conversation with him. These are friendly conversations. So I think you're going to see a lot of potential for powerful shifts and forward motion towards transformation and growth. So kind of think about that kind of energy or the conversations that you're having this week, the suggestions that come in or the ideas that, come to you from past powerful influences or stories that you have moved through in your life. All right, guys, just as a reminder, please always listen to both your sun sign and your rising sign to get a better overall view of how you can work with this week's energy. And if you are not sure what your sun sign is, what your rising sign is, or your moon sign is, I have a solution for you that I mentioned last week. Here at Astrology Hub, we are now offering a free report that's all about your big three, your sun, moon, and rising. So not only will you know what they are, you'll have a little snippet about what this sign usually represents or highlights of what it represents. This report is free to anyone, and I love how it's such a useful, fun tool to look at. All you have to do to grab yours is go to astrologyhub.com/sun, moon, and rising. And we'll make sure to put that on the screen and in the show notes as well. All right, guys, let's get started. Okay, Gemini, let's take a look at your week. So first off, happy birthday month. I do hope it's a fantastic month for each and every one of you. Now, I do think as we step into this week, you're definitely going to feel a surge of excitement around your social life, creativity, passions, things that you do from your soul, and really having a good time and chasing that new horizon. And I'm sure after last week, that sounds like some outstandingly good news. And I hope it unfolds beautifully for each and every one of you. Now, I do think that it's likely that you're going to find a lot of courage to reach out and interact with new or existing groups of people. And I say that because this is a very powerful networking energy. So as you work on building these relationships, both in groups or one-on-one, I really want you to keep in mind, what is your dream? What is that overall goal? Because it's likely that you are just one question or one contact away from a beautiful breakthrough that you can use this energy in a really positive way to work forward towards that dream. I also think that, recreating or expressing your unique style and voice is very likely as you move through this energy, because as you step into new groups of people and new ideas, you're going to definitely feel that change your overall image in some way or another. So don't be afraid to kind of step into new creative expressions. Take time to have some outright fun. And overall, I think doing this, Gemini, is really going to help you discover new paths or horizons that may really be a better fit for you going forward than some of the things that you've been trying to make work in your current status. All right. Now, through all these positive vibes that are budding and blooming for you, there is still a couple of matters that are behind the scenes that you've sort of kept under wraps or that are kept secret that are going to need some revisions this week. But I definitely think that you have a lot of suggestions and a lot of ideas that can help you with whatever this topic is that's kind of being kept behind the scenes. So look for ways that you can work with this old problem in a new way. Definitely as we move into this weekend around the 21st, I think you may have sudden sparks of inspiration that kind of flood into you. Now, one more thing, Gemini, for your birthday month, I just want to let you know that Astrology Hub does have a birthday report that you can check out. This is a very in-depth report that kind of lays out your entire year, gives you a lot of details about peak periods and how you can work with this energy. If you want to learn more about this report, all you have to do is go to astrologyhub.com/birthday report. All right, Geminis, have a great week. Okay, Cancer, let's take a look at your week. Now, after the intensity of last week, it's likely that you're feeling a little bit more reflective or quiet as you really kind of think about what needs to end so new things can start to begin in your life. So, this energy this week for you is definitely supporting you in wrapping up loose ends overall, making decisions about what needs to be released so you can grow forward and how you can do that. And I like this energy as well because it also supports breaking any bad habits or getting or releasing or working with anxieties or fears. So you can like have that courage to release and reach for new stories because you do have a lot of new things going up. You have this inward action that's reflective, but you also have a lot of action and courage building up around your career and your reputation. There's a lot of drive that you have budding there for you. So as you make plans behind the scenes, really think about that big picture. What is valuable to you and why is it valuable to you? And how does it impact your daily rituals and your overall health? Because you have a lot of determination and courage around your health and wealth in your life. Now, this is a great time if you're looking for an advancement or courage to shift into something else. You're definitely supported in this. Like make that call, make that, raise your hand and say, you know what, I'd like to do this, or I'm at this point where I feel like I need to say this. So we're both on the same page. You have a lot of support in doing things like that. Now, in the midst of this both inward and outward energy, you may discover a different way to think about or approach a friend or partnerships that you're a part of. Now, I don't think the entire story is clear to you now. I think there's been a little bit of a miscommunication in your relationships, and you are going to be holding a new piece of the puzzle, but you're still not completely clear. So just kind of take your time with anything that comes up this week around these conversations, around these relationships, and consider every, pause or reflect or like let me hear the story one more time. As a gift to you, because it's definitely going to help you see something that you don't want to miss. There's a great gift there in going back and having that conversation one more time or reworking an agreement that you had one more time. I think you're going to rework it one more time after this, but you need this piece of this week. All right, Cancer, I do hope you have a great week. I'll see you next time. Okay, Leo, let's take a look at your week. Now, Leo, networking, connecting, and communicating with like-minded people, these are all going to be hot topics for you this month as the sun moves into Gemini. That's what it highlights for you. So this is a great time to connect with contacts you have and definitely reach out to create and work with new contacts that can support you overall. There's going to be an easy flow of communication in general in most relationships, whether they're one-to-one or with a group of people. And I think that's going to really help you kind of ease over some of those tensions that you worked with last week between that home work life balance and your partnerships, who needed your attention, who deserved it, etc. Now, this week, you also may find that exploring a new horizon, learning, teaching, and traveling, and dialing into your convictions, what you really believe, are really supported now. And I like how this energy is here for you because it definitely asks you to take a step back and look at the big picture or the long-term plan. And when you do that, it's going to help you really work with a couple different pieces in your life that aren't really connecting as well as you want them to. You're going to find more harmony if you look at that big picture and then kind of zoom back in. Now, in the midst of these new beginnings and the relationship excitement that you're working with this week, I do think you're going to be pulled back into something around your career or your reputation, how people know you in the world. That's where your revision is. And because it's here, it definitely impacts partnerships, that home work life thing, your overall identity. Now, I think what you're going to hear this week or notice this week is another side of the story. You're going to hear that someone, has this impression of you, or you had an impression of something else that needs to be changed, or you maybe were just really compelled to just revise something that you've shared in the past and make sure that you're really clear about it. I think you're going to find a lot of helpful suggestions and inspiration, especially as we step into this weekend. But I also think there's going to be a very powerful person or something in your day-to-day routines that you can lean on for a lot of great suggestions to help you with whatever this revision is. And remember, it's a process. It's like a 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. You're getting step 2 now. And then as soon as you get this locked down, you'll be able to integrate everything that you're working on here. All right, Leo, I do hope you have a great week. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Virgo, let's take a look at your week. Now, Virgo, your career and your overall reputation are going to be highlighted as the sun moves into Gemini. This is going to bring an overall focus to your health and your wealth. I think you're going to feel a little bit of an impact in your partnerships and your home work life balance as well. So, if you've been looking for an opportunity to ask for a raise, add to your skill sets, your reputation, kind of step out there in a bold new way, you're definitely supported in doing that. You also may find that it's easier right now to kind of change your day-to-day rhythm, your routine, something around your health as well. So anything that you want to shift there, definitely supported. Take advantage of that easy energy and set those good habits and rhythms in place. Now, almost simultaneously as this outward energy that everyone can see is happening, there's going to be a little bit of inward energy that's going to be taking place as well. Now, this inward energy has a lot to do with shared resources, deep intimacies, and transformation, letting go of something so you can grow into something else. So if you've been thinking about, like, say something like a loan, like you really want to apply for this loan, you want to apply for this partnerships, or even a deep intimacy with another partner or a group of people, whether you've been thinking about applying and like connecting with that or having the courage to walk away from that, no matter which way you've been thinking about it, if not both, you are supported right now. I think you have a lot of courage, a lot of determination, and a lot of original ideas that you can work with when it comes to this energy. This week, I think you're going to get the idea, you're going to get the spark, and over the next couple of weeks, this will start to unfold for you. So definitely look for them. I think that'll be pretty inspirational for you to work with. Now, with all this long-term planning, because you have this outward energy and this inward energy, you may notice that some of those big plans that you had about, maybe learning or teaching or a new horizon has to be revised. So there could be something that you need to adjust here. I think you're going to find a lot of inspiration about how to adjust it, especially as we go into this weekend. So I don't think that the plans are off. I just think that there's something that needs to be altered for you so you are more supported. And it could be like, if you look at this whole week or this whole kickoff to this month, that as you adjust your daily routines, you may notice that, I have to have this boundary, I have to have this limit, or I can expand my boundaries and limits because I've changed something. So one way or another, these plans are going to change, but I think you're going to have a lot of support and a lot of great ideas, especially around people and things that you love unconditionally, that's going to help you make these decisions or help inspire the decisions that you're going to be making this week. All right. I do hope you have a great week, Virgo. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Libra, let's take a look at your week. Now, Libra, as the sun moves into Gemini, your attention is going to be on the next horizon, getting your message out there in a really big way, sharing your passions, and feeling that overall sense of vitality. This would be a great time to share or publish something that you've been working on, teach a class, take a class, or even
plan a trip, and literally expand your horizons. I definitely encourage you to lean into that creativity and that overall sense of fun and renewal, because this is going to help you work with some of those behind the scenes energies that you're still working on that have to do with transformations. Now, I do think that you're going to find a lot of courage and originality around partnerships, existing ones or new ones. Now, this is going to be a great time, and you're going to find a lot of ease in how you communicate with them. So think about networking, who you can connect with, how you can find people that are of that same mindset, have those same goals. I think that you're going to be able to attract them into your life. Now, as you work to get yourself out there, you kind of step into this really fun, creative energy. You may find that you need to go back and make a couple of revisions around something that has to do with a loan or finances or shared resources, maybe even something around your home that you need to revisit. And Libra, it could be that one of these new contacts that you have just found has suggested a way for you to approach this old issue that you've been trying to go through, or has inspired you at the very least to think of it in a different way. Either way, see any resets or revisions as a gift, and definitely have patience with yourself and whatever the revision is. I do hope that you have a good week, Libra. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Scorpio, let's take a look at your week. Now, Scorpio, after the intensity of last week, the good news is the clear invitation for you is to turn more inward, to be more reflective, to kind of work through the transformations that you are currently going through. Now, right now, you are very supported when it comes to overall transitions and transformation, letting go of something so you can reach for something else. This could also have a lot to do with loans, shared resources, working with long-term commitments, long-term partnerships, and or connecting with your roots, letting go of bad habits, letting go of anxieties and fears, and really reaching for good ones. Now, speaking of letting go of bad habits, dialing into your health routines and work is going to be a big area of focus for you. You're going to have a lot of courage, a lot of determination and drive. So anything that you've been trying to amplify or work with when it comes to, getting a healthier routine for you, now's the time to kickstart it. Now's the time you're going to have be almost unstoppable. I think you're going to have a lot of energy to really work with in your day-to-day routines overall. I think this is automatically going to just help inspire your overall, reputation, your overall vitality, how you step out into the world in a broad new way. I love how you have so much support and really picking up a lot of positive habits and flow in your life. Now, you may find that this week that there's some needed revisions around your partnerships. You've been really working on those partnerships and making them stronger. But I think after last week and some sudden inspirations as you move into this weekend, you're going to be really inspired to go back and get clear on what you're agreeing to, what the partnership involves, and how you can, both sides can be fully supported. Now, this is piece 2 of a 3-piece puzzle. So you're not going to see everything. And I know that's frustrating, but what you are working with this week is very valuable. So I encourage you to listen to anything that comes up, to have that conversation, recommunicate it, get super clear. I think you're going to find some solutions that are going to help you in the long term. Remember, redos are actually rewards showing us where the hidden gold is. So, I know you want to find that hidden gold, Scorpio. All right. I do hope you have a great week. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Sagittarius, let's take a look at your week. Now, Sagittarius, this week, the energy truly does shift for you. Instead of being more inward and for reflective, kind of looking at things on your own, you're definitely going to be kind of drawn out to be more social. So, partnerships, one-on-one, and relationships, they're going to be very highlighted for you right now. And after all this reflecting that you've been doing, you may find that, you need to join a new partnership or a new group of people. And this may mean that you need to leave one or you have to balance them. Whatever happens with these relationships, what I really like for you is how supported your communication is. You're going to find the flow of words. You're going to know what to say one-on-one and to a group to make everything kind of flow together for you. So kind of lean on that, use your words. Now, there's also a lot of fire, originality, and passion that's flooding into your overall life. You're going to definitely feel this around love affairs, children, things that you're wanting to get off the ground and create for yourself. I think there's a lot of endless ways to use this energy, but just a couple of them, making the first move, taking that dive forward, taking that step forward, trying something you've never tried before, thinking outside the back box, paving a new path. These are just a couple of ideas. But when it comes to things that you're passionate about, I love how much drive and determination that you have. Now, with all this excitement, Sagittarius, there is a bit of an undercurrent that you may sense this week that's going to ask you to revisit something around your daily routines or something around your health. There's something here that you've just missed that you need to kind of go back and revise, see it again, hear it again, work through it again. Whatever it is, whether you welcome it or it feels unwelcome to you, like you were ready to move forward, and you don't like the distraction, I definitely want you to understand that there is something to be gained here by going back and looking at this revisions. At the very least, it's wisdom. And that's not a little thing. You know that, Sagittarius. You love wisdom. There's something to be gained by going back here. I think that you're going to find some inspiration, some great ideas as you go into this weekend. There's someone there that's going to give you some great suggestions or ideas, or you're going to reflect on something that has happened in the past, and that's going to inspire you to make sure that you have something flowing beautifully for you as you move forward. I do hope you have a great week, Sagittarius. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Capricorn, let's take a look at your week. Now, Capricorn, as the sun moves into Gemini, your overall sense of health and wealth is something that's going to be an ease and flow for you. And, sometimes when things are easy for us, we don't really take action on them, but I want you to notice this energy. Notice how much flow you have here, so you can definitely take advantage of any opportunities as they present themselves, or so you can invite in opportunities that you can work with going forward. So when we think about our health and our overall health and wealth, what we're looking at is, this is what's valuable to me. These are my assets. These are my resources and my self-esteem. This is what I do every day. This is my work, what I do in service to others. And because I have these two things, this is my overall reputation, my career, my sense of purpose, and how people know me. So if there's anything in these areas of your life that you really want to amplify, I definitely encourage you to do it now. This is a great time to work with this energy. Now, there is also a lot of drive and focus for you that's coming in almost simultaneously around your home and your roots, and how it's impacting your partnerships and this reputation that has a little bit of an easy flow. I think it's a great time to use this energy that's full of courage to make some needed changes in this area of your life, and to look for a solution that you may not have considered. You've been working on or thinking about your home and your roots and your foundations for a long time. And you may be thinking to yourself, there's not an idea that I haven't entertained. And that could be true, but maybe there's another side to one of the ideas that you have entertained that you can look at and work with now, or you have the courage to kind of step into this. Now, as you work with both these energies, you may find, speaking of revisions, that you need to kind of go back and revise something that you're super passionate about. Now, this could be something around a love affair, a lover, children, a project, something that you're trying to get off the ground. Now that you have this easy flow and this focus around your health and wealth and all this courage and determination coming in at your roots in your home, you may see, okay, well, there's something I need to change up or shift around these things that I love unconditionally. There's another side of the story. And now that I know this, I can look at the bigger scope of my life with a new perspective. So any revision that comes up this week or sudden idea, I definitely think you need to see it as a gift, because it definitely impacts a lot of key public and private areas of your life. They're going to unfold in a big way as the new chapters of your life start to happen. All right. I do hope you have a good week, Capricorn. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Aquarius, let's take a look at your week. Now, the intensity between your home and your work-life balance could find a little bit of a reprieve this week as the sun moves into Gemini, and all of a sudden, everything that you love unconditionally, things that you're passionate about, lovers, children, creative pursuits, are going to take center stage. That's what's going to be really amplified and highlighted for you. So I definitely encourage you to spend time with things that you love unconditionally or love doing unconditionally. Like I would do this all day for free because it feeds my soul. I want you to really make time to tap into that energy. Because when you tap into your creativity and you spend time with those that you love unconditionally or things that you love unconditionally, this is definitely going to revitalize you and help you see the new horizon, help you see the direction that you're trying to go in. And most most importantly, it's going to help you tap into the why. Like, why do you feel this calling or this sense of purpose? And once you know that, you're really able to step into this new story that's calling you with like all the right things in line for you. Like, I have this passion and it's really driving me forward. So I love how this is all supported. Now, there's also a lot of heightened energy for you coming in around how you communicate and who you communicate with. You may find that your communication is more direct, more straightforward. It could take people off guard. Our people are communicating with you in a very straight and direct way as well. But I also think at the same time, even if there's a tad bit of aggression or just that, I have this to say, and I'm going to be very direct about it. There's also a lot of ways that you can explore that are new ways to communicate. Maybe something you haven't thought of before, like something shorter, quicker, and more direct that gets your message to the other person in a very clear and forward way that supports both sides. I also like that this energy almost invites in adventures that are really close to home. Like, let me try something brand new in my local environment and see how this kind of feeds into my passions, my daily routines, people and places and things that I love unconditionally. Now, speaking of home, you may find that once you've taken this break, really dove in and spent some time with things that you love, that you're really ready to rethink a decision that you've made about your roots or about your home. It may be that an idea you thought that wasn't going to work suddenly has new life, or one that you thought was absolutely perfect is showing a couple of flaws or a couple of grounds that you're going to have to work with. Now, either way, the review that's happening right now is definitely going to help you. It's not holding you back. So it's important to keep that in mind. All right. I do hope you have a great week, Aquarius. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Pisces, let's talk about your week. Now, Pisces, as the sun shifts into Gemini, you're definitely going to notice a lot of attention or highlighted focused around your home and your roots. Now, because it's here, you're definitely going to feel this in all areas of your life, your partnerships, your reputation, your vitality, loans that you have, loans that you want, things that you need to gain, things that you need to release. It's almost as if you're standing between what was and what will be, and you're making some pretty powerful decisions. But I think you're supported in making a lot of them because there's a lot of drive and determination coming into your skills and your resources. So this is a good time to ask yourself, do I have a new skill that I haven't used before? Is there something that I can try to really support me? Or is there a skill that you've always had that you can use in a brand new way to bring in more income and more support, more courage and drive around these resources that are impacting all areas of your life? I definitely encourage you to think outside of the box. Now, as you work with these tense energies, you may find that there's something else that you need to revisit or revise when it comes to how you communicate and who you communicate with. It may be that you or someone else has a new perspective now that you've kind of worked with these outward energies, and you have to go back and readdress it before you can go forward. Now, I do think that you have some support that you can lean on when it comes to your friends or your groups or your dream people that you're a part of. They're going to kind of help you with some solid advice about how you can make these changes or revisit these conversations. I think it could be a really revealing weekend, and I do hope you have a good one. All right. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Aries, let's take a look at your week. Now, Aries, for a while now, you've been really intensely focused on shared resources and independent wealth, stepping away from a group resource so you can find your own way, your own path. This week, as the energy shifts, you're going to find that your attention and your focus is around communicating the changes that you need to make. I think this is a great time for you to really talk to people who are connected to that same background, something that you're familiar with. They could give you a lot of tips or insights about what you need to do to really tap into your individual wealth and your resources. You're supported in both one-on-one conversations and group conversations. And I also like that as we move into this week, you have a lot of drive, a lot of determination and courage and vitality moving into your life. Now, this has a lot to do with a lot of different placements, but one that you're going to notice this week is your ruling planet Mars is moving into your sign, and he has not been there since the end of 2020. This is a surge of energy, courage, determination, fire, breaking out into something brand new. So I definitely encourage you to use that energy in a very positive, optimistic way and plan your way as far forward as you can. And it's also going to help you kind of break some ties with the past so you can move forward in a new way. So definitely make the most of this energy. And also kind of consider, what you need to change in your home work-life balance. Are partnerships? Is there anything that needs to be readjusted? Because right now you have that courage to make those conversations, to make those decisions that you need to make. Now, Aries, honestly, some things may need to end, but the new beginnings for you are absolutely endless. Like I can't even begin to fathom how many things that you can spark into life with this energy. Now, as you get out and network and charge towards your independence, you may find that you may need to revise a couple of things that are around your earning power or your resources. Like they gave you some information and now you're rethinking something. Now, this could be something as simple as catching a typo in your resume, or as complicated as restructuring your entire budget or personal business plan so you can be out on your own. No matter what surfaces for you this week, I promise you it's a gift. There is something here that you need to uncover so you are better supported in both endings and beginnings as you move forward. All right, Aries, have a good week. I'll see you next time. Okay, Taurus, let's talk about your week. Now, Taurus, as you shift out of a very powerful and memorable birthday month, your attention is going to move towards your assets, your resources, your skills, your self-esteem, and your overall health and wealth. This is going to bring up things around your daily routines, your reputation, your sense of purpose. This is a really great time for you to reflect on your assets and your earning power. If there's anything that you want to change here, if there's anything that you want to impact in your day-to-day routines so you're better supported in your health, or something around your reputation, I definitely encourage you to take those actions because it's supported. But in order to take the actions, you have to reflect to know that it's there. Now, speaking of reflecting or doing things behind the scenes, there is a lot of opportunity or a lot of drive and courage and determination coming into an area of your life that you normally keep under wraps. Like it's a secret. It's not something that a lot of people know about. Whatever this is, this could be something very creative that you're doing behind the scenes or something that you're wrapping up. There's a lot of determination and drive that's coming in here. And I definitely encourage you to keep working with it, and definitely keep whatever that is in mind as you're thinking about bolstering your personal health and wealth. Now, because your attention is kind of on like these things behind the scenes, your overall wealth, health, and reputation, it may feel, especially as you step into this week, as you're being asked to revise everything that you set in place during your birthday month. But I definitely think that all the revisions are these ideas that you're going to get, especially a spark of inspiration as you move into the weekend. I think you're going to be excited about the revisions, or you're definitely going to be excited about how these revise, revisit, redo things that you're working on are really going to amplify everything that you wanted to do. Like you were satisfied with what you had, but I think you're going to be overwhelmed with joy and gratitude if you work with these changes, because they're going to support you not only in the short term or the long term. So again, see the revisions as a gift. All right. I do hope you guys have a great week. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, guys, that is everyone. I do hope you found some helpful tips and insights about how you can work with this week's energy. I also want to remind you one more time that Astrology Hub is offering a free report that's all about your sun, moon, and rising sign. To get yours, all you need to do is go to astrologyhub.com/sun, moon, and rising to get yours. We'll be sure to put that link in the show notes for you. All right, guys, have a great week. I look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you for listening to Astrology Hub Star Sign Horoscopes. If you'd like to easily jump to your personal horoscope, sign up to get a timestamped star sign episode emailed to you each Friday. Go to astrologyhub.com/star signs and sign up now. That's astrologyhub.com/star signs.